has been written about, immortalized on the silver screen, and now he is coming to the stage. It's a theatrical triple crown for Warhorse.
We saw the movie. It's going to be really interesting to see how this play translates. It's like a real horse. It reacts like a real horse. You think it is real. Like, it's hard to not to think that it's just, materials and something that's not dynamic.
Now meet Joey, the star of Warhorse. And meet the three men that literally bring this life-size horse puppet to life.
My responsibility is to communicate what Joey is seeing and what he's hearing and some of what he's thinking. So I get to pretend that I'm the person who's reacting to everything that Joey's doing on stage when really, frankly, it's them. I get to take all the credit, and I get to very directly interact with a lot of the other people on stage because I get to do mischievous things like, nibble on their hair.
The heart, I think I have a lot to do with the weight, holding the weight up of the horse, just like physically and emotionally. I control the breath of the horse, and kind of just like the ear between the head and the hind, since none of us can really see, but I can kind of get a little bit of a feel from each person.
The hind is the anchor of the horse. A lot of the movement pivots off the hind, so it's important to be really solid. The momentum in any particular direction should at least appear to be coming from the hind of the horse, and frequently does. I get to play with the tail, which is really fun. It's kind of, I think, the most playful flourish.
Joey stands 8 feet tall and weighs 120 pounds. His frame is made of cane that has been soaked, bent, and then stained. There are 4 horses in the production, manned by trained actors and dancers. The innovative puppets are the creation of South Africa's Handspring Puppet Company.
There have already been a history of puppets that have been making their way into sort of mainstream theatrical productions. You can look at The Lion King, you can look at Avenue Q as resources, but this kind of puppeteering, particularly for Warhorse, is unique to Warhorse. As mentioned, sort of, it's, we want to represent this animal as the animal. This is not a talking, singing, dancing, puppet. This is really, at base, we use puppeteering as a means to tell this story.
Warhorse is based on the beloved children's novel by Michael Morpurgo about a horse named Joey and his experiences on both the British and German sides of World War I. And of course, a show is only as good as its star. And the partnership between Sandy, Isaac, and Lute is quite incredible.
Before we ever even get into the horse, we always get together and just breathe together, and then we go in. And so all of the communication that happens comes very subtly out of that impulse. And often it would be the case that it's happened that one of us may start a move, and before we even realize that we're the one that's starting it, everyone else has already begun to go with it already. And it's startling. It really is that we all kind of quiet ourselves so much that we stop, knowing who the individuals are, and we kind of establish this group mind together.
There's a fine line of always being ready to listen and move with somebody else, and at the same time saying, here we go, guys, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna do this, I wanna do this, I wanna initiate this. This is an impulse I'm having, please follow. And then sometimes we do and sometimes we don't, and we're successful and then we're unsuccessful all the time. And the moments where we fail, usually the moments right after that is when we're very successful, because then we're all like, oh crap, I missed him. He wanted to do that and I didn't listen. Now what does he want to do? And then the horse really becomes alive because we're all really alive.
For Go Winnipeg, I'm Tracy Koga.